Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. We found this little trading outpost in the last episode, and there's Veronica and Michelle. Let's talk to them.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
The grave.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
Do you?
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need.
So she's from a vault. So you just leave your family in the bunker?
Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
On the level? Go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
They're usually harmless unless you use advanced technology around them. Is that true? Yeah, I met a group of them in a bunker west of here. Ah, there's much more. They've got the right idea. We do not know about that. I know who they are, but I don't care about their agenda. Yeah, I know to shoot them on sight. Yeah, let's tell her that they live in a bunker too. Although we shouldn't, right? It's a secret. But we don't know if they're harmless. They don't look harmless to me. Huh. But we can say it. And maybe she'll open up about them if we do so?
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
Going to see an old friend? I just kind of drift from place to place. That's true at the moment.
Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting.
It does.
I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself.
Cool.
There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out.
Oh, is he a new companion? You don't look like much. What do you bring to the table? I like to, but I can't take you with me right now.
Aw, you really know how to make a girl feel like a stray cat. But, okay, my offer stands, if we run into each other again.
I had no idea that there are even more companions. I mean, why not, right? Are you one too? Can I take you all? You want to live in the lucky 38? I mean, I don't want to get rid of the doctor anyways. So wait. She says she comes from a vault, right? Is there a vault close by Boulder City? No, there isn't. I mean, everything's kinda close by. Where's the next vault though? Here. Oh, Vault 34! But that's the Boomer's Vault, isn't it? That's the Boomer's Vault. And she isn't the Boomer. But weren't there two factions in the Boomer's Vault? But nobody lived in there anymore. I mean, no one lives in any of these anymore, so I don't know what she's talking about. Huh. Let's talk to to Michelle.
Welcome to the 188 Slop and Shop. How can I help you?
Slop and Shop? Who are you? Like to see what you have for sale.
Name's Michelle. My dad and me run this store. His name's Samuel. I take the day shift and he takes nights. We came here about a month ago when Prim went to hell on account of the prison break north of there. Found a bin to call home and set up shop.
Ah, cool. Why'd you settle in this dump?
There's more to the 188 than meets the eye. Troops move back and forth on 93 all the time, and 95 is how NCR folks come and go from Vegas. No shortage of customers, so long as Legion raids south of here don't get worse anyways.
Okay. Why is this place called the 188?
You do know these old roads were numbered, right? We're standing where the 95 and 93 meet. And 95 plus 93 equals 188.
Ah, that's smart. What do you know about Legion raids?
Not much. I hear some folks got killed down by Nelson. Or was it Novak? I don't know. If they come up this way, me and Dad'll go someplace else.
That's good. What do you have?
Have a look.
She has 832 caps. But I don't think I have anything on me that I want to sell. Do you have... you have nothing I like. Apart from your caps. But yeah, I think I'm good because I emptied out my inventory just recently. So I do not have my selling stuff with me. Yeah, no, we're good. Oh, maybe the aunt stuff? There's something really heavy. 2, 8, no, they're all the way 1. So yeah, we're good. Wait, is that a permanent one? I have a permanent thing in my inventory? Wait, see you later.
Bye.
Guns and bullets. I didn't know about that. Yeah. Guns increased by 4. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Now, who is that down there? And who are all the other people I have on my screen? Dang it. Okay. Random traders, I suppose. Right? Brahmin. Traveling merchant?
Hey there, need anything?
I think I'm good.
Stay safe.
You too. Who's that? Samuel, is that the dad?
Those cons got the hint. We've shown everyone that... Welcome to the 188 Slopping Shop. Like our slogan says, it's better than nothing.
I'd like to see what you have for sale. Who are you?
Samuel Kerr at your service. Me and my daughter Michelle run this fine establishment. We came here from Prim about a month past. Doesn't look like much, but it's one hell of a location.
Cool. Why'd you leave Prim?
Michelle and I ran a little shop in Prim till a prison break north of town spoiled it for everyone. Goddamn convicts just about shut down I-15. When traffic dried up, we took to our heels to find us some customers. I'm not one to sit around waiting to get saved, and Michelle ain't neither.
Very smart. Why is business so good here?
When 15 shut down, 95 became the route NCR citizens used to get to the Strip, or limp back home, after the Strip's drained them of caps. We get them coming and going. Coming, the suckers flush with caps they saved to gamble on the Strip. And going, the same folks, but now they're losers who'll trade you the shirt off their backs so they don't starve before they make it back home. Add in the troopers marching back and forth from McCarran and the Dam, and well, let's just say we don't miss Prim.
Cool. What does he have?
You bet.
Nothing interesting. I need something repaired.
Let me see what I can do.
Ah. Oh, maybe that? How much is it? Pascal 40. I think he... Yeah, he doesn't have that skill, does he? I think so. That's maybe why it's all grayed out? Or do I not have that skill? But if he's repairing it, mine shouldn't matter, right? Okay.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great...
Okay. Breakdown rocket. No thanks. Noise.
Army.
These are the mercenaries for the Brahmin. Now, I mean, If I get rid of you,
What's up?
you go home.
Oh, I thought my charm could win you over, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. You sure you want me to go?
Yes.
Back to the tomb, I suppose. If
Cool.
you need me.
It's pretty
etc.
lively up there. And now let's see if we can take her
Couldn't get
with
enough of
us.
talking to me the first time, huh?
I'm ready to travel with you.
Good. I'd hoped you'd come around. Shall we?
Let's go.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them.
Oh.
I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
As long as you're honest with me from now on.
Sure. Just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young
Describe-
girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand.
Very good asking me to describe assistant perk.
Let's hit the road, huh? A bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before?
Okay, so the vault she's coming from is the very vault where the Brotherhood resides. I mean, maybe it's fitting. Maybe we should take her to that quest that we still have with the Brotherhood. That might be actually not bad, right?
We won't go
And
quiet.
she seems to
We
be a
need
nice
count on
person.
that.
Now, let's check that person down there. How do we get down there? And these are the roads that meet. That one and the one down there. Oh, here's the road down there. Okay. Who's residing under the bridge? And what is that all about? Huh, tires. Need an extra tire? It's a kid!
Are you okay?
Huh, the forecaster. Pre-war money? Does he sell these things? A damaged garden gnome. I have good ones. Some nice frames.
Hello, ma'am. I hope you're doing fine today.
Where are your parents, kid? Are you here alone?
I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my medicine, but they can't stay. I'm pretty used to being on my own.
Oh gosh. What do you have for sale?
Oh, I don't sell things, ma'am. I sell thoughts.
You sell thoughts.
I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. I don't know because I never hear it. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they watched more than they talked. I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through the 188, too. That maybe accounts for the thinking.
Okay. What is your medicine and how do you take it off? You don't sell that junk behind you? I'll pay 100 caps to hear your thoughts. I mean, that's most probably his medicine?
This thing on my head is headache medicine.
Yeah.
It works real good, except I can't think when it's on. Really think, I mean.
Okay. I might be interested in buying your headache medicine. How? No, we don't, right? Let's see what he thinks.
Great. What do you want me to think about? I can think about you, here, or everywhere. What do you want?
Here. Think about everywhere.
Let me take off my medicine. Bull and bear over the dam, at each other's throats. But a light from Vegas? Balls spinning on the wheel, more than two at the table, placing bets. All lose in different ways. A dam of corpses.
Oh,
Towns of corpses. Scattered across the sand.
that's Hoover Dam.
But whose? In what shares? Even the dealer doesn't know. Forecast, a rain of blood will flood the desert, and not purify it. Blah. Thinking about everywhere always makes me feel a little sick.
Okay, so that was about the Legion against the NCR, right? The battle at Hoover Dam. How do you know these things?
Oh, I don't know anything, ma'am. I just think it. And then I don't.
Okay, fair enough. Let's hear the other thoughts.
Sure, I could do some more thinking. What should I do my thinking about this time?
About here.
I need to take off my medicine. Local. The here and now. Little of interest. Things to buy. False hopes and regrets watered down. Washed down in dirty glasses. With regret comes a girl. Smiling sad. Brown robe. Name Veronica. Half here. Wraps her and her heart up like a pack. In the pack. A key, some say.
What kind of key?
Forecast. Cloudy with a chance of friendship.
Oh, okay.
Ouch. Thinking small only hurts a little, but it's a sharp pain.
Okay.
Sure, I could do some more thinking. What should I do my thinking about this time?
About me.
Okay. Let me take off my medicine. Your face does the thinking. 2 to the skull, yet 1 gets up. Odds are against you, but they're just numbers after the 2 to 1. You're playing the hand you've been dealt, but you don't let it rest. You shuffle and stack. And a gamble. A gamble that may pay off, but how? Forecast? Rapidly changing conditions. A lot of thinking. Most of it in your face. It's almost shouting at me. Sorry if I said anything weird.
Oh, don't worry. No more thoughts?
Sorry, ma'am. All that thinking has made my head hurt. I don't think I'll be doing any thinking for a long time.
Oh no. So can I buy your thinking
I thought I'd be
advice?
seeing you again.
I mean, I don't want to take it off of him.
Thinking hurts
If it
you
helps.
too? Aw, I wish I could let you have the one on my head, but I can't. It hurts real bad when I don't wear it.
Yeah. So you don't sell that junk behind you.
That's not junk. That's other people's thoughts. People had to think to make them, and the thoughts got stuck inside. I need other people's thoughts to fill my head when I'm not thinking myself. Otherwise, it's kind of empty.
Okay. Yeah, that's
See you later,
what
alligator.
books are for, right? And paintings, I guess. Well. Interesting. What we can run into here.
It's amazing what passes for a firearm around here. You'd be better off throwing rocks.
Gunrunners are here.
This job's boring enough.
Oh,
Is there some reason
you
I
have a
should
name.
be talking to you?
Alexander. Ah, he's a gunrunner. You're a gunrunner?
Like you have a clue what that even means.
Tell me about them.
The gunrunners have been putting rapid-fire death dealing in the hands of anyone who needed to defend himself for over a century. We're the NCR's #1 supplier of weapons and ammunition. You might call us an unofficial branch of the Army.
What do you do?
I'm a salesman. I swing through McCarran and the dam once a week or so to take orders. But lately, I spend most of my time in this piss heap. Ever since the 15 shut down, all caravans come through here, right to me. I check the stock and direct deliveries onward to meet orders. Sure, it stinks to hang out here, but it won't be forever. Plus, I can afford a monthly bender on the strip and still build up my nest egg.
Okay, cool. Tell me about gunrunner caravans.
Not much to tell. A Brahmin or two loaded up with weapons, and a whole mess of well-armed guards to make sure it ends up where it's supposed to. One nifty bit, though. The gun cases are rigged to explode, so trying to loot one of our caravans doesn't do much good. And that's how the NCR stays equipped. The only thing we don't bring in is energy weapons.
Cool. Why don't you deal in energy weapons?
We used to, but every caravan carrying them was getting ambushed and wiped out. By someone sophisticated enough to know which was which. We think it was the Brotherhood of Steel. Those crazies always go hard for energy weapons. But the NCR would rather pretend they killed all of them.
I think it were the Silver Rush guys, right? They would do something like that. To sell them on their own. Do I like his attitude? What does he have for sale?
Am I selling? Yeah. Am I selling to you? No. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but you're small time. Move along.
I'm rich. I figure a guy like you gets his pick of killing gear. So where can I buy some weapons?
There's usually a gun merchant hanging around topside. I'm sure she'll take care of you.
I don't like your attitude.
You like it any better if I tell you to fuck off? Off without talking to you. Go see Alexander.
Uh-oh.
Still making a nuisance of yourself?
Well, I have guns 40. Is that a check or not? Do I have guns 40?
Bye.
I'm not sure. Guns. Oh, heck yeah.
Still making a nuisance of yourself? You might be onto something. I like to hang on to any weapons mods I run across. Take a look.
Ooh, he has mods? I like that. I do like the sound of that. Ammunition. What's the surplus? Battle rifle. Wait, that's... It's not a sniper, it's a battle. 44. We have the grenade rifle and a sniper rifle. We could rifle up. Rifle all the way. 44. Yeah? I mean, it's a good gun. The Gauss does much more though. But it's an energy weapon. Yeah, I don't need it. We have the Gauss rifle. Yeah, okay. Rep launch tube. Increases ammunition capacity. For which gun though? Something rep. Rep. I don't have something rep. No. Gun rush increases damage. Chainsaw carbide teeth. That's for a melee weapon, I think. Yeah, for the chainsaw. I mean, yeah, of course. That made sense. Hunting? Oh, revolver! Something... No. Repeater! Cowboy repeater! But the cowboy repeater is really bad. Yeah, here. Yeah. Hunting revolver? The Boone has the hunting stuff. Increased ammunition capacity. He doesn't need that. Char rifle powder? We don't need a char of rifle powder. Mini nuke? Ooh, yes, the mini nukes! I think we can even shoot them, right? A timed one. Because we do have that nuke launcher. Missile high explosives? High velocity? Hive. Gun spread times 20. Power fist high cap valves. We don't use those. So is rifle, silenced pistol. This is really bad. We have that. Single shotgun we don't need. Extended mag for the vermin, but the vermin is really bad. And the rifle night scope for the vermin. Nah, nothing I need. Okay. Wait.
Take a look.
Yeah, it's the same. Okay, I mean we could buy some 308 rounds. Because we are always kind of low on these, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. No. Exact.
Thanks.
Okay.
Later.
Cool. So we know now that there's a weapons dealer of the Gunrunner's arsenal, guys. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Ooh, who are you?
Hello.
Ezekiel.
The Gunrunners ought to help the followers by donating some of that firepower they've got.
Okay.
Big shakeup in the management at Gamora. I wonder what that's about.
Well, there's not a shake-up. They're just gone.
Stay alert.
You too. Okay, he has a name, but he doesn't talk to me.
Hey.
Hey, yourself. Okay, but now, yeah, now I'm thinking that if she's with me, I do wanna follow up with that quest, with that Brotherhood quest. She might be helpful in that. Who's that guy? There's a guy. Oh, and I do want to know if you can get up that road, that highway. That would be cool. Walking up there. Oh yeah, it's definitely a point of interest. Dang. You with me? Deserted shack. Okay, but there was somebody. Walking away. Is that why it's deserted? Empty. Ah, a radio? That's it. Who's that guy? Stop! Wait for me. Who are you? Who are you? With a fancy hat?
So I hear the honcho one of them strip family. That
Prospector.
tower on the strip.
Okay.
The one you can see for miles. I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
Okay. Cool. Nice talk. Okay, let's try and get up that road. And we can just follow the road. We know that. So we've been here. There's nothing on my compass. But I think we've never walked up that road. Have we? Do we know that? Yeah. So we might have walked up that road. Oh, it's the trains! Yeah. And that means up there is wall 34, isn't there? Or in these mountains? In some of these mountains. And how does it connect? I think so. Maybe I'm mistaken. It's another caravan? Yeah, there's traffic on that road. So this is either the 95 or the 93. Do we know which one? I mean, it doesn't really matter. But it's one of them. One of those. There was an enemy on my screen. No, not anymore. Not anymore. Lucky 38. Oh! That's something new too! Who are you?
Hello.
Fitz. Grab and Gulp. Rest stop. With Fitz.
Welcome to the Grub and Gulp.
Thanks. What is this place?
Just a little rest stop that me and my good friend Lupe set up. Last stop on your way into New Vegas, first stop on your way out. That's what I say.
Awesome. May I ask you some questions?
Sure, fire away.
Is there any place to buy weapons and armor? Where can I find a doctor around here? How's business?
I do decent enough. The NCR patrols usually stop by for a quick bite, and travelers like yourself pass by a couple times a week.
Where can I find a doctor?
Dr. Usanagi runs a medical clinic up the road.
Oh, we know that. Is there any place to buy weapons?
I think there are a few places, but I've heard that the gun runners sell the best.
Okay, cool.
All right then.
Show me what you got.
Sure thing. Anything else I can do for you?
I can buy money. No thanks. And nothing I cannot make myself. Goodbye.
See you later.
But that's cool. It's a nice little place. Who are you? Noob.
You need water? I got water. Clean and fresh. Straight from Lake Mead.
Ugh.
If you're low on caps, I've also got slightly irradiated wasteland water. A little fallout never killed anybody.
Okay. Where do you get your water? From Lake Mead, she said.
The NCR fixed up the pipe network pretty good, and water merchants like me are allowed to have some of it to sell. If we have a water license, of course. Still, it beats the inconvenience of having to trek all the way to the lake to resupply.
Huh. Are there many water merchants around here?
There's a few independent ones like me, but it's mostly the big trading outfits that deal in water, like the Crimson Caravan Company.
Okay. I have some general questions.
Shoot.
Oh, it's the same. Do you get a lot of customers?
The caravans or NCR patrols usually don't stop, but we usually get people like yourself wandering on by a few times a week.
Cool, cool, cool. Anything I should know about Vegas?
They won't just let anybody into the Strip, but you should be able to have a good time in Freeside itself. Just, keep a close eye on your caps.
I'm not just anybody. Tell me about the fiends.
They're a bunch of crazies hopped up on all kind of drugs. Apparently they're using one of the old vaults as a hideout. The army should really get in there and wipe them all out, but I guess they've got more than enough trouble to deal with right now.
Ah, don't worry. They have been wiped out. What do you know about the NCR?
Their main base is right over there by the old airport. It's called Camp McCarran now. Some people like to paint them all as a bunch of bullies. Me? I'm glad they're around. They do what they can to keep things safe and orderly.
That's all.
All right.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. What do you have?
Glad to do it.
I mean, water. Yeah. Dirty water and purified water. Maybe I can sell her all my dirty water.
Until next time.
I do have a bunch of that. Myself. I'm a water dealer too. Yeah, I know now where she got her dirty water from. Huh? Just laying about? Really? I mean, I shouldn't be so excited about those anymore because I can just craft them whenever I want. We can make rushing water. But I think I'm good because it uses up jets. Iguana on a stick. No thanks. I don't like these. I rather like me a Brahmin steak. Okay, so that's where we're supposed to come into New Vegas, it seems. But we didn't. So this must be the 95 then, leading into New Vegas. Because we know why the 15 is closed. Since we entered the DLC. That explains that. Yeah, sure. Gomorrah is gone. I mean, kinda. And here's the answer to that question. We cannot walk on the highway. Well, that's sad. It looked like from afar as if this would be accessible. Okay, in that case, we can fast travel. So nosy though. But I don't see anything else on my radar. That's the water line, I suppose. Oh, let's walk up to that guy. That got hit by something. I think just NCR soldiers guarding the road. Yeah. And there's another crossroad. There's so many roads. Okay. Awesome. What's back there? Ah, the vault. Okay. Fair enough. There must be something here though, right? There's such a big empty space. Weren't there death claws, and that's why we didn't continue here behind the train? Because I think that's the train station. That's the train line, and we saw death claws when we approached from that side. And that's why we never went there? So maybe it's time to go there now. But she's a melee, isn't she? I don't think that's a good idea to go there with her. Maybe we should take Boone to get rid of these death claws. So now let's take the quest. Access point. Render unto Caesar. I don't want to render unto Caesar. Travel to Calmwood Cove. Right. Right. Oh. Crocker. Yeah. Speak to Elder McNamara in the command room. That's the one. Yeah. I mean, we can fast travel. Let's have a peek. Let's have a peek. Because there must be something. There's normally never such big empty space on the map, is there? Yeah, that's the vault. Where's the train station? Further up there. We know that place? We know that. Huh. Weren't there the trains? There are no trains far and wide. Or maybe there. Maybe I'm wrong. There's nothing here. It's big empty space. But that's for sure the train station. Just can't see it. Oh, okay. It's these guys. Okay. They come from the vault. They are fine. Yeah. Something pops into existence. It's another quarry. It's not a train station. These death claws, they do like quarries. But there were trains. Yeah, it's those trains. Okay. And it's undiscovered because we didn't dare going there. Let me whip out a weapon. Which one? Yeah? Maybe that one? Chips and train yard. Yeah, it's a train yard. Okay. All is good. Thought for a second I'm going crazy. But there are no death claws here. Did we kill him? get up there. And see what's going on around here. Can I drive that thing? Looks pretty intact. Okay. There's a big old nothing. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! That was a mistake. I wanted to jump up there. Okay. But fair enough. I was so sure that I had seen death claws when we came here the first time, and now they are gone. Or did we kill them? At some point. I don't remember. That I would have. Huh. Okay. Well. Now that mystery has been solved, now we can go to the Hidden Valley. What? Aw. Aw. Poor guys. Let's knife up. There are more. Okay. Which bunker do we enter? Does it matter even? It does. That one. Which is behind me. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, wasn't that one? Wasn't that a bunker? I'm confused. Huh? I walked in the wrong direction. It's that one. Let's uncover a bit of the fog of war. Now that we are here anyways. Oh, tree stone. Okay. Oh, look at Vegas from here. Have we ever been back there? Seems so. I think we have entered them all at some point. Okay. Oh, there's the storm. Well, let's talk. Destroy the Brotherhood of Steel's bunker? What? She wouldn't like that. I hear nothing. What? I can destroy their bunker? Okay, that's crazy. I thought we'd talk. That's Ramos. We know him.
Our former elder, Elijah, was obsessed with new technology. That's why we were at Helios in the first place.
Let's talk to Ramos.
Looking sharp, Ramos.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
Okay.
Bye. Behave yourself this time, bro.
Did she say that he looks sharp? I think she did. Okay, there's nothing locked. There's nothing I can learn about them. And what they are up to. Now, how do we get to the Elder? Just a knight.
How may I assist you?
Paladin. Toilets. A dead end. A door. The other toilet. Okay. I need to get in there. Okay. He's down there somewhere. But I think these are just all roundabout. Ah, right! That's where he fixed the computer. Or caught the virus. Ah, yeah. Here he is. Okay, okay. Come on in, everybody. We close the door. Okay. Well, let's talk, shall we? But I want a safe game before we do so.
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Depends. Let's agree to see what it is.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Oh, we can do that. I already found a couple of your patrols. Paladins were all dead. Yeah, true. We found 2, right?
That is unfortunate. As long as there is a chance to find the remaining patrol, however, I must still ask you to try.
Okay, I'll be looking.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay. Find the missing Brotherhood patrol at RepCon. Find the missing Brotherhood at RepCon? Oh, it's completed, yeah. And Nellis? Black Mountain. We found the Black Mountain, but obviously not the Nellis one. Okay. But we still have to retrieve the holotapes because they weren't there when we found them. Yeah. That mission seems to be fair. And even if we find out that we don't want to support them or like them...
So,
Oh gosh.
You're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Yeah. But why should I trust you?
Why should you trust the Elder? I'd recommend listening to both of us and choosing whom to trust for yourself. So are you willing to listen?
Yeah, sure.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
And he wants to be that. Yeah, what about Veronica? Yeah, I suppose it is that.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well. And all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him.
But why didn't Veronica then search for the patrols? Have you tried bringing this up with the Elder yourself?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
Yeah, but what kind of missions are these? And do I want to have you out in the world? I think it's pretty convenient that you're locked in down there. As long as I don't know what they're up to. Because people don't seem to like them particularly. Yeah, and I suppose you'd nominate yourself.
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any two others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me.
Sure.
I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership.
How do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
Huh. What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again.
Yeah, but is that a good thing?
It will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
I don't know. I see what I can do, but I don't promise anything.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
I think I don't want to do that.
I hope you've been practicing your drills. It's dangerous.
I'm not sure. That's not really what I want to do.
Hello again, my friend. I hope
But
you've
I
been
do
finding
want to
the
get access
information
to
in the
that
data store
knowledge.
useful.
Now that the data store's fixed, what do you think of Hardin trying to get... Oh, do we just tell him?
I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again.
But? But? Is there a but?
Well,
Huh. There's no but.
Later.
Later. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So maybe it's a Gomorrah situation where we can take down both by falling him in the back. Where's the exit? There. When we agree first to get rid of McNamara, and we can get rid of both because they shoot each other. Let's talk to her. Does she now have maybe...
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Yeah. The Brotherhood is living in the past. Eventually, they'll have to change. If it's worked for this long, there must be something redeemable about their beliefs. Have faith.
I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. They'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
Oh, maybe she could be their leader and she seems to be more open. Can you help me craft something? She can craft?
Step into my office.
Oh, she has an office in her pocket? That's awesome. She's like EDE. Okay, that's funny. Tell me about yourself.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
How can I best use your skills? I think she's melee.
I like punching things.
Yeah.
But sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Tell me something else.
Can I make it up?
What are your goals?
I want a dress.
A dress?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
That's your goal? A nice dress? I have dresses, I think. I can give her one.
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
I don't know about that. Yeah. Let's talk about something else. I can give you a dress. Who was this Father Elisha to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
How is that different? What did you learn from him?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
I mean, obviously they were close. Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years, he fought with the Council, taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
Ever tried to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen, and the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
How is that different from how any other Elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other Elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
So you are close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Where's he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until he could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was in the note?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean. Ooh, got any juicy gossip? See you around.
She seems to be fine. So, yeah, maybe if we could install her as Elder, things would look brighter. And maybe we can even activate her story, right? Because we delayed this Brotherhood stuff here. Now let's talk to him real quick. Just check him out.
Evening.
Where he's standing.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
What would an Elder have to do to get kicked out?
So you've been talking to Hardin, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Hardin. There have been only a few cases of Elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it.
Dang it. Tell me about what happened at Helios. See, okay.
I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our Elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the Elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day.
Who is Elijah?
Who was Elijah, more like? He was our Elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and me, he was a little off. Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past, But Elijah wanted more. He sought ways to improve upon technology, make it better. When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store. Kept talking about the potential and a grand design never realized. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly every paladin. What followed is a whole other story.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Things come together with her story.
Hey, Ramos.
Let's read up on the history. Ah, it's beads. I thought it would be tombs for a second. Wait, which of the doors? Again, I'm here again. Dang it. We need to get through here. And then the scribe is here. Yep.
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Now let's see. Elder dismissal incidents. 3 incidents. The first one. Let it be recorded that on this day Raymond Lorne was dismissed from his post as elder for committing the crime of murder. Brother Lorne was known to have hostile feelings toward the victim, Senior Scribe Ritter. The guilty party insists that Ritter's death was a tragic case of friendly fire. The bunker was under attack at the time, but the tribunal felt they could not let him persist as elder with such suspicion hanging over him. Head Scribe Bouquet. Incident 2. Be it known that from this day, Kenneth Jones shall no longer bear the title of elder. Brother Jones has willfully gone against the chain that binds, and has been forced to step down. Head Paladin Linquist succeeds him as elder, Head Scribe Morgan. What's the chain that binds? Incident 3. Let the record show that I have stood witness to the dismissal of David James from the post of elder. Brother James was charged with destroying an unknown device recovered from a recent expedition. The purpose and function of the device remain unknown, and Brother James has thus far proven unwilling to discuss the matter with anyone. Head Scribe Talwin. Okay. Interesting. Where is the Head Scribe?
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
There.
Hello again, my friend. I hope you've been finding the information in the data store useful.
Maybe he can... No, he cannot tell me more.
Bye.
Okay. Okay. Well, there were incidents, but that's not very useful. I mean, we could make him look like he destroyed something or murdered someone or broke the chain of whatever. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do that at all. What do we know as far? Ah, chain that binds, okay. Find the missing brotherhood. We can do that before we then move on with the other quest. Let's talk about that chain.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
One of the data store entries mentioned the chain that binds. What is that exactly?
That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior officer. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following orders. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years, if not decades.
Don't send me back and forth. So, data store. But I thought the Elder is the utmost in command. How can he break the chain that binds if no one is able to give him orders? I thought he's the order giver. Right? Or does somebody give orders to the elders too? Huh. Oh. Every freaking time. Chain that binds is the cornerstone of our organization, the rock that supports the great tree of the Brotherhood and its myriad branches. It holds that, first, orders are to flow from on high down through the ranks. An order from a superior must always be obeyed, that their wisdom may be carried out without hesitation. Second, orders are to observe the flow and not skip ranks. A superior may only give orders to his direct subordinates, and not to those beneath them. In this way, harmony of intent and cohesion of thought is maintained. I don't know about that. Okay. I mean, now we know about that, but I don't know what to think about that. That's the toilet. We want to be here. I'm learning. I'm learning. Huh. Yeah, that's a weird organization here. I don't really like it. So let's get out. We can search for the patrols. There's no harm in that, I think. Also, we then get access to their mission reportings or protocols or data storages or whatever they call it, and can learn more. And then when we know enough, we can decide what to do. Right? Yeah, it's only Nellis. That's very interesting. Huh. That is very interesting indeed. And it's not in the base. It's at the base. What is that marker for? For the main quest. Oh, it's in here. Means they got bombed by the boomers. Wait. It's right here? Oh! It's right here. I stepped on it. There it is. Okay. I want to listen to the holotapes though. Miscellaneous? I mean, we listened to the others already. Big Cell's password was Daddy. Daddy's home. That is funny. Okay, mission code. KH792, temporary password. And to dare to do it. Summary. Paladin Rasselian. You and an escort are to investigate the military base to the northeast for the components we need. We've had reports that the current occupants are fiercely territorial, but it's highly unlikely they have any weapons that can seriously threaten someone in full power armor. The threat level is considered minimal. And that was more than wrong. Man, they have no idea what's going on out here. Okay, interesting. That's that. Now we can bring it back. But we will do so in the next episode. Do we have any other business here, I wonder? I mean, there is a lot of areas still in the Fog of War that might be interesting. But, I mean, there's not much map left. Although, oh, there is. Yeah, there's also a big hole of nothing. But we walked around once, didn't we? So, and there was nothing indeed. So we might be good. And this is, yeah, this is the airfield anyways. Okay, never mind. Of course there's nothing. Bloodborne Cave we've been into. Yeah, there might be something. And there. Although, no, this is mountainous. Yeah, Northern Passage. Interesting developments, but we'll follow them. Oh no, I don't want to do that. In the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this one. Have a wonderful and adventurous day and goodbye.